Welcome to the University of Toronto, a university that is more often than not thought of as the best university in Canada. In this video, we're going to show you exactly why the University of Toronto should be one of your top choices, exploring its history, highlighting a couple of its programs, informing you of the tuition and competitiveness, and overall help put you in a direction you may need in determining whether the University of Toronto is right for you. Velut arbor evo, quoted from the ancient Roman poet Horace's Odes, meaning, may it grow as a tree, could not be applied to many more schools other than the University of Toronto. Founded in 1827, it stands as the second oldest university in Canada, only behind McGill University, and, as of 2020, sits proudly as the #1 ranked university in Canada by reputation, having overtaken McGill only years prior. The university's motto stands as a testament to its many contributions to science and humanity. Do you know that Buckley's cough syrup was developed by a pharmacist associated with the university? Or that the first ever electron microscope in North America was built by 2 Toronto PhD students? Or that the first ever G-suits, things pilots wear to counteract the possibility of blacking out in flight, were developed at the University of Toronto? Or, most famously, that in 1921, Frederick Banting and Charles Bess of the University of Toronto were responsible for the co-discovery of insulin, the hormone responsible for helping keep blood sugar levels under control? If you're that kind of person who wants to go to university for reasons such as school prestige and name recognition, which we don't recommend to begin with, by the way, there are a few other schools in the world that can fit the bill as much as the University of Toronto can. If you want to attend the University of Toronto, be careful of which campus you apply for. As of 2020, there are currently 3 primary campuses: St. George in the center, Mississauga in the west, and Scarborough in the east. And each campus carries its own unique feel and environment in addition to the different programs each offers. As the oldest campus, St. George offers a more traditional student experience as compared to the other 2 campuses. If you desire a more traditional collegiate-style university experience along the same lines as schools such as Oxford, Cambridge, and Yale, St. George is the one that you want. Being located in the center of Toronto also comes with its perks. While not as close to the famous Yonge Dundas Square and Eaton Centre as another university, Ryerson, this is not too far away for you to be able to enjoy downtown Toronto to its fullest. Now, in contrast to St. George, Mississauga and Scarborough offer a different experience. While they're not as close to the action as St. George, being on opposite ends of the GTA, both of them still offer world-class education and should not be considered inferior to St. George. For instance, UT Scarborough's neuroscience program was the very first to be established in the country. It is also an early pioneer in co-op education, and to this day offers the only co-op programs in the University of Toronto system. Finally, if you want to experience a vibrant, tight-knit university experience but would prefer a more modern environment, UT Mississauga would be the perfect one for you. This all goes without mentioning the fact that as a student of the University of Toronto, you'll be able to live in the most diverse city in the world and experience a rich and multicultural environment that you cannot get to the same extent as in Toronto anywhere else in the world. But with all this awesome info about the location of the University of Toronto, how do its programs stand up? Well, if you're applying to the University of Toronto, it is almost impossible, if not certainly impossible, to apply for a quote-unquote bad program. However, it is evident that while none of the university's programs are bad, many of them are far better than just good. Here are some. Interested in the life sciences? If you are, the University of Toronto offers a smorgasbord of undergrad programs related to the subject, such as kinesiology, biomedical toxicology, cellular and molecular biology, pharmacology, neuroscience, and more. You may also have seen our Instagram post highlighting the university's physiology program, to which you'll be happy to hear that it stands as one of the best in the world and offers the opportunity for you to specialize in sectors of its own within human physiology. Or maybe you're interested in bridging the gap between the life sciences and social sciences, in which case programs such as global health, public health, and mental health studies will appeal to you. Or maybe you're someone interested in entering the healthcare sector directly after graduating. In that case, you're in luck, as the University of Toronto offers both a Bachelor's of Nursing program, as well as one of the only physician assistant training programs in Canada. Now, moving away from the health sciences, University of Toronto's engineering programs are also widely renowned for their academic prestige and rigor. Right out of high school, you can choose to apply directly to its core 8 disciplines, consisting of, in alphabetical order, chemical, civil, computer, electrical, industrial, materials, minerals, or mechanical engineering. Alternatively, if you're sure you want to become an engineer but unsure of which discipline you would like to specialize in, you can apply to the University of Toronto's Track 1 Undeclared program, in which you can take the same classes as other Core 8 engineering students in the fall term, and then take a multitude of courses from various disciplines in the winter term in order to get a taste of the various disciplines of engineering, and then apply for a proper major for the rest of your years. Moreover, if you desire a truly intense academic challenge, you can choose to apply to the University of Toronto's Engineering Science undergraduate program, where you will be immersed into the world of engineering to a whole nother level. Within it, you can choose to major in aerospace engineering, biomedical systems engineering, electrical and computer engineering, energy systems engineering, engineering mathematics, statistics and finance, engineering physics, machine intelligence, and finally, robotics. For those interested in computer science, the University of Toronto's computer science program has competed for #1 position in Canada with UBC and Waterloo for many years. However, in contrast to both, say for UT Scarborough, UT St. George and Mississauga both offer a University of Toronto unique program available to students called PEY Co-op, aka Professional Education Year Co-op, where you have the option to undergo a 12 to 16 month full-time work experience with the employer of your choice, in contrast to the usually shorter and more competitive traditional co-op programs of UBC and Waterloo. And though PEY Co-op is not exclusive to computer science, and is in fact more prevalent for engineering, computer science's PEY Co-op can serve as a valuable experience for students to accommodate themselves in the work they will perform in their field once they graduate and get paid while doing so. And while on the topic of PEY Co-op, it should be known that it is not only exclusive to the hard sciences, and outside of the hard sciences, the University of Toronto's social science, humanities, and commerce programs should certainly not be ignored. For example, globally, Toronto's psychology program leads in the world, usually placed somewhere above 20th place yearly by QS World University Rankings, and second place in Canada, only behind the University of British Columbia and ahead of McGill. Or maybe you're interested in the English language and its literature. If so, the University of Toronto's undergraduate English program may interest you. As the birthplace of the unique Toronto School, a school of thought pertaining to the criticism of literature and the study of human communications, and supplemented by possibilities of securing co-op or PEY co-op year employment, you can be sure that your years at the university will be more than enough to immerse you into the comprehensive English language and literature environment you will want. And on top of that, the university offers many majors in languages, including but not limited to French, Slavic languages such as Russian and Polish, German, Italian, Greek, and more. You can also choose to major in religion, linguistics, history, philosophy, journalism, writing and rhetoric, or anything else that may fit your interests, or obtain a minor in any of these programs and others that have gone unmentioned while a student at the U of T. Finally, let's take a quick look at the university's professional and graduate programs. Starting with its professional programs, i.e. programs such as medicine and law, you'll be happy to note that the University of Toronto is a global leader in both aforementioned fields, standing at 13th for medicine and 20th for law according to the QS World University Rankings for 2020. In addition to those, dentistry, pharmacy, theology, education, physician assistant, physical therapy, and occupational therapy programs are also available. And as for its graduate programs, you may pursue graduate level degrees from the Rotman School of Management, which includes an MBA, from the Faculty of Information, the Dalla Lana School of Public Health, Speech Language Pathology, Architecture and Design, and others. There's even a graduate level program in forest conservation, attracting those wanting to work in preserving the forests of the world. So now that you have a better idea of the programs that the University of Toronto offers, the next question you probably have is, how hard is it to get in? As with most programs in Canada, admissions works like so. Every year, depending on the competitiveness of the application pool for a program, a cutoff average will be determined, and people above it will either be accepted or considered for other factors in the application afterwards, often consisting of, say, an interview or a secondary essay. This may be a little difficult to understand, so here's an example that should help you if you do not know. Let's say that one year you decide to apply for a program and your cumulative average is around 94%. So long as you meet the minimum application requirements, let's say 75%, you will be able to apply for the program. However, the competitive average will almost always certainly be higher than the minimum average stated. For this year, let's say 92%. Because your average is higher than that of the average applicant who has applied to the program you want, you will essentially be guaranteed entry into that program because it is above the final cutoff. This is because most undergraduate programs will consider, above all, your grades and academic performance, rather than a more holistic overview of your personal profile. However, if your grades are not up to par, but you have strong extracurriculars, or just get lucky, most universities will take a second look at applicants who did not receive guaranteed admission earlier, and so you will have the chance to potentially get in even if you did not make the first cut. So now that you've been accepted, how will tuition look like? As a student in the Faculty of Arts and Science, where the majority of the U of T's programs are under, tuition will be at around $6,100 and be realistically higher due to additional costs such as student health insurance, housing, etc. Moreover, for some programs such as commerce, communications, and computer science, tuition rises after your second year to $11,420. Engineering is also similarly priced at $14,180 from the start, and nursing at $8,190. Despite this, most programs will still be around the $6,100 price tag mentioned before. However, if you want more information, you can look directly at the webpage here linked in the description to get a more in-depth look at how much each program will cost you as a student. It should also be noticed that all these expenses apply only for domestic students, and that the tuition for international students is, as expected, significantly higher. Moreover, due to the University of Toronto being publicly funded, international students are unable to receive financial aid. Despite this, many scholarships are still open to prospective international students, and we at Canadian University Insiders adamantly advise all students to apply for scholarships whenever possible. So now that we're at the end, what do you think? From us, we believe the University of Toronto would be a great fit for anyone wanting to receive both a solid university education and a unique city life experience. And while it's unwise to pick a university solely based on reputation, it's almost impossible to miss your mark if you decide to attend the University of Toronto. Did you like this video? If so, be sure to drop a like and to hit the subscribe button below. Our team is working hard every day to prepare content for you, so if you think you can help us improve our content or want us to cover anything else you may want, be sure to let us know in the comment section below. Our direct messages are also always open on Instagram, so please feel free to check the description of this video if you want to directly connect with us. And as always, have a good day and goodbye.